Alright, so in this video we'll be talking about how to create an asset, how to set up parent assets or otherwise child assets. So we are on dashboard, we go to assets. Now of course you have all your assets listed here. If you need to create one manually, you may do it from here. Otherwise, if you need to import asset data, then you may do it from here. So while importing, you click on import. Of course, you can download a template, you can fill in and then upload it, or otherwise you can add manually. So let's say you need to add one asset manually. You click on add new. You can name the asset, so it could be maybe let's say HVAC M1. Okay, you can put in the serial number, maybe barcode, and if you have any manufacturing part number or something, you may do that also. Of course, there are a couple of other things that you may take care of from here. So you can select the brand, you can select the manufacturer, what kind of manufacturer it is, and then if you wish to also specify the country, you may do it. Let's go with Antarctica. That will be wonderful. So you do that, and then couple of most important things. So you can in settings you can define what type of assets there would be. So it could be linear, fixed, okay, non-linear, so on and so forth. So you can create those asset types from here, the settings section. And then of course you can also set up various types of asset categories. So asset categories could be anything depending on what kind of equipments or assets you happen to manage. So for example, out here you have a couple of categories listed. So you may define all of them. It could be general, heavy machineries, so on and so forth. So depending on asset type, you can also set up some specifics like maybe questions. So if you have let's say you have selected general equipment and you see these questions here, okay. If you happen to select something else, let's say maybe solar devices, you do not see any options. So you have an option to set up those questions or specifications from the settings, okay. Now let's say you answer this, and while creating this asset, it would always ask you whether it itself is a parent asset or it is a child asset, and the parent asset is something else. So suppose you are creating an HVAC unit as an asset, and this asset has a parent asset, HVAC unit XV. So you can define that this is the parent asset and the one you are creating is a child asset. You do that, you have an option to assign it to a tech or maybe a service engineer or a specific site manager. You do that and you create it. So this asset has been created, and now you may take next level of action on this asset. So you can define or set up the functional location, okay. So you can go to functional location while creating an account, okay, or otherwise from here you may assign this asset to a specific location. You would be able to access the account. You can set up warranties from here. So for example, if you're creating this asset and you need to attach a warranty, so you go here, and then from the settings you would have different types of warranties set up. So whatever warranty is applicable for this asset, you may choose that. So let's go with warranty 2 years. We can see the coverage, duration. As soon as we select the start date, it would automatically pick the warranty end date, and before the warranty ends, depending on how soon do you want to receive notification, it will start sending you notification that this warranty is coming to an end. Maybe you should ask for a renewal. So you may do that, and then of course you may categorize or define who is providing this warranty. So is it being provided by the manufacturer or the vendor? So you can set that up also, and then you can add this warranty to this asset. So it has been attached to this asset. Now likewise you can go to agreements, and agreements are nothing but contracts. Okay, so you may select the functional location if any, and then you can select the customer. So this would come when you have assigned this asset to a specific location. So once you're done with that, then you can pick an agreement type or contract type from here. So let's say we have to go with 180 days of AMC. It would auto fetch all other details, so it will give you duration, the terms and condition, and now most importantly give you insight of how many inspections are covered, what is the frequency of those preventive maintenance, okay, whether there is any cost attached to it or not, how many jobs would be covered, okay, and what would be the frequency of the same. So you may do that. Of course you have an option to auto renew or not, okay, and you set it up. You always have an option to assign it, but apart from that, if you wish to set up a reviewer, you may do that also. So reviewer is nothing but sort of an approver who would first review this asset, associated terms and condition, the contract, everything, and then would approve it. So that also can be done from here. So this is how you attach or link a contract to an asset. Lastly, of course, you have an option to put up any notes or attach various types of documents, if any. So you simply drag and drop and attach those documents here. And lastly, you can keep a track of all the activities that are taking place for this asset. So we may see that this asset has been created now, and since then there have been 2 updates on this asset. So one warranty was added, second the status change was done. Okay. So this is how you can add an asset manually, set a functional location, link warranties and agreement to it, and keep a track of all the activities. I hope this was helpful. In the next couple of videos we'll talk about how to set up warranties, contracts, and how to create various categories for the same. I hope it was helpful. If you have any question, drop me a message. Thanks for watching.